Hey y'all, welcome back to When Trust Turns Tragic. This is episode 3. I'm your host Tasha, and we getting into the murder of this king, Stephen Beard. He was born and raised in the Lone Star State, the biggest, the largest. He was a successful businessman. He had bank. He was well established. He was seasoned. He was enjoying his life, just enjoying the fruits of his labor. I'm talking about he had the stability that most people spend the rest of their life trying to get. The man was a whole millionaire. People knew Stephen as a social person who enjoyed his life. They described him as loving being around people. He valued his relationships, especially him being a father. But at some point in his life, he was ready to share, his fame and fortune with. Go find him a lady. He was 69 years old in 93 when his first wife died from cancer in October. He was married to his woman for 45 long years. That's why this was so devastating when she died of cancer. He started hanging out at the Austin Country Club. That's where he met Celsius. She was 30 years old at that time, and she was working as a waitress. So yeah, they was two different places in their life, but they still was able to get a connection and fall in love with each other. Now the girl done already been married 3 times before she even met this man. She already had twin daughters at the time she met him from previous relationships, obviously. See, that's what I be saying. You got to watch out for stuff like that. She had 3 marriages prior to meeting this man now. Prior to meeting Stephen Beard. 3 failed marriages. What happened? What's up? Like, did you let him know that? That's what I be saying. You have to pay attention to stuff like that. Why did it fail? Why can't you get it right? What's up? That's something should have been an issue within dating, within a relationship. So, of course, him as a man, when he got involved with her in a relationship, he ended up, taking care of her and her kids, supporting them. Now, in 1995, they got married. Okay, so this is her 4th husband. He was 70 years old. She was 32. So that made them, about 38 years apart? Sometime after the marriage, naturally, he adopted the wife twins and became they legal father. So the outside looking in, people thinking, okay, this family appeared to have a new beginning, stability and good structure. The man a millionaire. So everybody thinking, oh, okay, she done got her a catch. But as time went on, the problems started coming on back to back. And one of the biggest issues was money, financial issues, financial problems. Ain't it? That's always the issue, right? Yeah, okay. Millionaire having financial problems. Sooner as he get married, before you met her, you weren't having money problems. Before you met her, you living good at the country club. You having fun. You living your best life. But soon as you meet her, everything go downhill. See, pay attention to stuff like that. Why as soon as I'm dealing with you, now all of a sudden, bad stuff start happening in my life now, all of a sudden. I was good, I was straight before I met you. I'm so peaceful. I had so much joy. But until after me and you start dealing with each other now, living hell. Just drag me straight to hell through the whole relationship. See? That's a sign. That's a warning sign. That should not be ignored. So both of them had a different way of spending. But how about the wife kind of find out she had always had difficult relationships the whole time before she even met him. Before she met her 4th husband, Stephen, she got a history of bad toxic relationships. She sure do. Now I want to get into this lady named Tracy. She was a close friend to the wife. In 99, that's where the wife met Tracy at. And get where she met him at? She met that girl at a psychiatric facility. She sure did, right there at the mental home. She been had something going on mentally, obviously. See, when you get into relationships, you need to start asking these questions. You have to, what type of mental disorder you got? What's up? Do you have any mental disorders? Start asking them questions when you go out on these dates with these people. People they love to hide stuff. They don't never have the true you. They don't never have that. Never. They always got a mask on. It's only a certain amount of months and years you can keep that mask on now. So that's why you got to figure that out off rip. No. You got to ask the right questions. I needs to know. So the wife at the facility telling the homegirl, Tracy, who she just met, she telling her she need to get away from her husband. He abused her. Now on October 3rd, 1999, Stephen was asleep in his bed in the house. Right there in Westlake Hills, Texas. He was shot in the stomach with a 20-gauge shotgun. Now, this ain't no random act. Ain't nobody breaking the house. Ain't nobody broke no window. Ain't no forced entry. None of that. So the police see that. They see, okay, they just walked right in the house and shot the man in the stomach. Shot the man in the stomach for? We don't know what's going on. So after the man got shot, he was able to call 911 for himself. He's strong enough to go ahead and do that at this point. So this wasn't a murder investigation yet. So fortunately, he was able to survive, go to the hospital, get everything situated. So the focus was on saving his life. But the police trying to figure out what type of enemies this man got. What's going on? Man retired, he living his life at the country club. He go there, hang out with the young girls, having a ball, playing golf. What kind of enemies do this man possibly have? Then they come to find out. Remember the girl? She sitting up there, the wife, telling the home girl she had a facility running her mouth. Like nobody can hear. Staff members eavesdropping, hearing that the husband beating on her. Just lying about the man. He do not look like he sit right there and beating on you. Girl, please. But she ended up believing the girl. Unfortunately, months later, Stephen's condition took a turn. The injuries suffered and the shooting, that contributed to his death. That was on January 22, 2000. This is a murder investigation. The wife, she done fled and went to California. Police had to go and get her and bring her back to Texas and charge her and arrest this lady. Go ahead and stand trial. I don't know what she got going on. She's sitting up here. Your husband died. You just flee and go to Cali? I know you lying. Not you on the beach, sun-kissed skin, getting a tan, while your husband just died? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That's how grieving wives do, widows? Oh, child, I didn't know. The state case closed. They focus on the idea that Celeste manipulated Tracy into committing the crime, shooting the man. They argued that the wife obviously played a role in the murder. The friend ended up admitting, though, in court that she was the one shot the man. She the one pulled the trigger. So the wife was sentenced to life in prison, and the friend, she pleaded guilty to murder, and she only got 10 years in prison due to a plea deal agreement. I just don't like how the state give criminals plea deals. Like, what are you giving them a deal for? You basically telling the victim family, okay, damn your feelings, basically. I never understood that. Like, they call that criminal justice, though. But okay, that don't make sense to me. This is a case that's a reminder. You have to pay attention to the warning signs during the dating phase, so we can just X them out. See something is wrong with you. You have mental disorders. You have mental issues. I can't do nothing with you. I'm not a mental health care provider. That was her plan all along. Work at the country club so she can go find a rich man for her to finesse. I don't know why she felt like she had to murder him. The man giving you the whole world. He's a millionaire. He giving you the world and you still not satisfied. See, this is what I be saying. Like, people be so selfish. It's sickening. This lady is disgusting. Like, what is wrong with her? This wraps up episode 3. We're Empower Stephen Beard. I'll see y'all back here for episode 4. Bye, y'all.